Hello everyone, Josh Silverman from Constant Calibrating here for the premiere of Mitch Rapp Off Book. So, I got that right?
You got it right.
I just want to make sure I got it.
Yep.
Okay, cool. I'm here with Paul DeNigris and Andy McDermott, star of the film. Yep. So, can you tell me a little bit, about Mitch Rapp? Why this project? Let's just start with that.
Well, Andy here called me up, or sent me an email. He said, "Hey, I got a crazy idea for a project." Andy and I have been working on and off together since about 2011. We worked on this project, Parallax, my Iraq War movie. And in my experience, basically anytime Andy and I are on set together, it's an awesome time. So he said, "I got a crazy idea for a project. Are you interested?" I said, "Hell yeah. What is it?" He said, "I want to do a Mitch Rapp movie." I said, "Who the hell is Mitch Rapp?" So he proceeded to tell me Mitch Rapp is the hero of a series of books by an author named Vince Flynn.
Okay.
He is kind of like Jason Bourne, Jack Bauer, James Bond, and John McClane rolled into one. And I was like, "Yeah, man, I'm in."
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, Andy. So then, why this project for you then?
Yeah, good question. I've read every book. I think there are 15, and the 16's coming out.
Wow.
And they're all bestsellers. And Mitch Rapp was just kind of this heroic terrorist, CIA terrorist hunter guy, and they had never made a movie about Mitch Rapp. And then I finally heard that they're making a feature film called American Assassin.
Yeah.
And I was jacked, and I was thinking maybe I won't get the star role, but maybe I'll get to audition for maybe a supporting role. Mm-hmm. And then I saw the star role was Dylan O'Brien, who, he might be a great actor. I don't know, but to me, he's still a teenager. He's the Teen Wolf guy.
Very young on the casting side.
Yeah, Maze Runner. Yeah.
Yeah. So I hope the movie's great. We wish them all the best. But in my mind, it was kind of like I'm a huge Jack Reacher fan. It's kind of like when they cast Tom Cruise as Jack Reacher. Because Jack Reacher's supposed to be 6'5", 250, and Tom Cruise is more like 5'6", 150. Yeah. I was kind of complaining in my mind, and then I had this conversation and just said, let's do our version, a fan film, just a tribute, a short action film, kind of homage to like the '80s action thrillers. Absolutely. And called Paul, and Paul took about 12 seconds and said yes, and so off we went.
So what was the process of filming this like?
The process was incredibly hectic and insane. This was end of August that Andy approached me. We filmed exactly 2 months later. Okay. And in the process, we not only had to write the script, we had to cast everyone, we had to secure a location, which was harder than you might expect, to find a nice, dilapidated, rundown, grungy basement type of location. Right. We did end up finding one. We ended up at the Barrister Building in downtown Phoenix, which was one of the locations for Psycho. So we were totally stoked.
It's a nice classic location.
Yeah, it was awesome, and we're the last crew that got to film in there before they gutted the place.
Oh, is that true?
Yeah.
Wow, that's cool.
Yeah. So we got the last stamp on that building's film history.
That's pretty awesome.
So it was just a crazy hectic 2 months just to get everything in place, and we ended up with about 50 people working on this thing, and then added even more as we went into post. And we've been in post since October 31st when we wrapped, and we had like 100 visual effects shots and lots and lots of sound work and all kinds of stuff. It's been action filmmaking is hard, man.
Yeah,
it's hard. There's a reason why it takes a long time and costs millions of dollars.
Yeah,
it's hard.
Right. That's right.
So what do you hope that people take away from this film when they see it?
My goal was just to give Andy a kick-ass piece that would launch him as a star, because I want to have a movie star as a friend. Mainly, it's totally about me.
I mean, no, that's totally the dream,
Yeah. I'm just so humbled that this came together in the first place. It came from my overly concussed brain, and then Paul and Steve Briscoe, his writing partner, who also stars in this film. They wrote this awesome original story, based on those characters, but it's not from any of the books. It's an original story, which I think is really cool. And then we've just had so many talented people come through. Mike Patty, who's a composer in L.A.
Oh, so good.
Disney and Riot Games. He did the original 15 minutes of music for this thing.
Yeah, and it is tremendous.
Yeah,
it is tremendous. Him and I had a Skype conversation, and he said, "So what are your what are your influences? What do you want to see in this movie?" And I was like, "Well, I love the sort of percussive music that's in the Jason Bourne franchise, and I love Die Hard, but obviously we can't do Ode to Joy every 6 seconds like they did in that movie.
Unfortunately.
And I love Marvel, man. Anything Marvel, especially Guardians of the Galaxy. Not the 70s hits, but the actual
score,
orchestral score by Ramin Djawadi. No, Tyler Bates. Tyler Bates did that one. Mm-hmm. It's so good and so strong and so, to me, it's the emotional core of the movie. Mm-hmm. And I had that conversation with him, and about 2 weeks later, he spat out this amazing orchestral score that is equal parts Jason Bourne, Die Hard, and Guardians of the Galaxy, which blows my mind.
You just got me more excited. I was already interested in the movie, but now it's like, okay, well, screw this interview.
Honestly, I downloaded the music track to my phone, and I've probably listened to it 25 times.
Yeah, damn.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a good thing, especially just any music that's not made, like, what's the word I want to use here? Not made necessarily to listen to on a day-to-day basis. Something that's made for a film, something you don't traditionally listen to, that you can listen to it in that kind of setting is awesome.
And, it's sentimental to me too. But
true.
I was on a long plane ride from Hawaii, and I listened to it literally 5 or 6 times, just because it's I appreciate him doing that. And then we had a guy named Ray Holycross from Cross Vision Media, who did our trailer and did some awesome VFX that you guys will see tonight. He just came in out of kind of the goodness of his heart. He's a Mitch Rapp fan, and he wanted to do some really cool work with Paul.
And he really was a great asset to the team. My students here at UAT did the lion's share of the visual effects work, and like I said, 100 VFX shots, and we cranked them out in my opinion, record time, and it's pro level work.
Yeah, that's outstanding. Yeah. So I know we got to get into the premiere pretty soon. So then, like, final thing, where can people find it, and any other pluggable things you want to throw out?
Well, you can find Mitch Rapp Off Book on Facebook. Just search for Mitch Rapp with 2 P's Off Book. We also have a YouTube channel, and it's tinyurl/MROB17. That's the easiest way to find our YouTube channel. Mm-hmm. And our trailer is there. It's also on our Facebook page, and then the film will get released on that YouTube channel. We're thinking week of March 6th, because we got a screening in LA March 3rd.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that's right. Hey, March 6th, that's the 5th anniversary of Constant Calibrating. So there's a lot of good stuff coming out that week.
Synchronicity.
Synchronicity. Unintentional synchronicity. You gotta love it. Absolutely. So thank you both for chatting with me. I can't wait to see the film. Awesome. And to you out there, if you're watching this, make sure to follow Constant Calibrating, constantcalibrating.com. You're watching this on youtube.com/ConCalPod, Twitter @ConCalPod. You know all the places. We do live podcasts every Monday on twitch.tv/ConstantCalibrating. We bid you a good sign-off. Awesome.